Hello guys, welcome back to yet another video. Finally, the wait is over for Oneplus 11 series users. Oneplus has started rolling out OxygenOS 15.0.1 for Oneplus 11 and Oneplus 11R. In this video, we'll talk about all the changes, what you guys will see with this latest update. Now, without wasting any more time, let's get started. So here I have my Oneplus 11. I've already updated the device. I received an OTA update, but it was a full update. The update size of 6.58 GB. There are a lot of changes what they have done. We'll talk about all the changes. First of all, let me show you the software information. If you see here, it will say OxygenOS 15.0.0.820. But we have extracted the zip file of Oneplus 11R, and after extracting that zip file, we got to know that the build which is being rolled out for these two devices is based on OxygenOS 15.0.1. Similar way, we have got the 15.0.1 update for Oneplus 12 series and Oneplus 13 series. This update comes with 1st May 2025 security patch. And guys, now before moving ahead, if you guys find our content useful to you guys, then make sure to smash the like button and also consider subscribing to our channel. Let's directly talk about the changes. So here if you see, we have a huge list of changelogs which are layered to system and followed by security and privacy, and later on an app fix. So this app fix, even I am not aware. I did mention in my previous video, but even you guys aren't aware about this change, so we'll ignore it as of now. At the end of this video, we'll also compare the benchmarks with previous build. Okay, a small break, TechiBee family. You ever feel like music isn't just the background noise, but a trigger, a push, a reminder of where you are going? For me, sound isn't just about hearing, it's about feeling, creating and living the moment. And lately, I've been doing that with my new Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 4. The second I wear them, chaos turns to clarity. Adaptive ANC kicks in and the world just fades away. From deep bass to crisp highs, everything tuned for me. Before, music never sounded this good. This is the next level tech, lossless audio, low energy audio, even the Auracast to share the vibe. Music helps me dream, helps me focus and helps me grow. These earbuds, they don't just play music, they play my mindset. Actually, this is more than wireless. This is momentum for your sound, for your soul and for your journey. What do you hear when you press play? I've added the links in the description below. Get yours now using the code TechiBee10 and get a 10% discount on their official website. And now let's get back to the video. So the first change itself is related to the notification panel. Now we have new notification panel on almost every OnePlus smartphone, including OnePlus 13 series and OnePlus 12 series. So this is how the notification now appears, and they are called stacked notification. If you see here towards the bottom side, the notifications gradually go beneath each other. And the same thing happens even on the lock screen. Sometimes lock screen notification doesn't appear, you can see. This is a bug on almost every OnePlus smartphone which I've got OxygenOS 15.0.1. Even you have the notifications here in the notification panel, but still the notification disappears from the lock screen automatically. Let me check if I have a screenshot of how notification appears. So this is how the notification appears on the lock screen. And now notification also supports this sliding gesture. And it even works with the YouTube notification. So if you have any YouTube notification and if you slide down, you'll also be able to see the preview of that YouTube video. And one more change which by default you won't see on your OnePlus smartphone after this latest update, that's related to the notifications for lock screen. And so if you go to the notification setting, tapping on lock screen, now here we have a new option called numbers. So once this is enabled, you'll be able to see numbers towards the bottom side along with the app icon. Right now device doesn't display any notifications on the lock screen. I'll attach a screenshot. You guys can check it out. How does it appear? So this change you need to manually do by going to the lock screen notification settings. After that, another change is layered to lock screen itself, where you can now access the lock screen magazine just by swiping towards the right hand side. So I'm doing it for the first time. It asks me to auto update content over mobile network. If you want, you can turn it on, and now you can use the lock screen magazine directly from the lock screen itself, where you get all these options like carousel wallpaper, share, not interested, history and some settings. Swiping right, you'll have the options to set the wallpapers from the lock screen magazine. I personally don't use this feature, but if you guys want to use, you can directly access by swiping towards the right hand side. After that, they have added a new feature called drag and drop, which allows you to use the gesture to perform actions on image, text in third-party application. And this can be accessed by going to the accessibility settings. So let's go to the accessibility settings. And if you scroll down here, you can see we have an option called drag and drop. Once you install this update, it will be automatically enabled, and here you have the applications which are supported. Currently you can see applications like Instagram, Chrome, Internet, Google, WhatsApp do have the support of the drag and drop. So let me show you how it works. It's not like you can just select the text or image and then hold, and later on with your other finger you can move to the different application. No, here this feature works if you are using the application in floating windows or split screen. So let's open this application in splits view, and from here I'll select another application. For example, I'll open up Twitter, because even Twitter do have the support of drag and drop. So from here what I'll do, I'll select this text, long press on it, and now I can directly move this text to the application like Twitter. I just have to drop it there. Similar way I can do it for images too. So this is that new drag and drop feature, and after this latest update, I mean the 15.0.1, now if you are using the application in splits mode, we do get the transparent background. Previously we had the solid white color background whenever we used to resize the application in splits view. Also another thing which they haven't mentioned, now after this latest update you can open the Instagram application in the floating windows mode, which wasn't the case previously. After that they have also mentioned a change about the size and position of floating windows are now saved for more convenient usage. This change I wasn't able to find it out, and I'm not sure why it is not working. I did mention in all my videos. Still, if any one of you guys have found out how it works, let me know. So here they are saying, like for example, if you have opened the floating windows and if you have resized the floating window or you have moved the floating windows to a different position, next time if you open the same application in floating windows, that application will pop up at the same position and in the same size. But that's not the case currently on any of my Oneplus smartphones. And then they have done some improvements related to floating windows and icons design. And in the app drawer, one change which they haven't mentioned, previously we used to see all app text over here and manage towards the right hand side, which you can see here on Oneplus Nord, which is yet to receive OxygenOS 15.0.1. Now tapping on these three dots, here we have the option which lets you select the application. Later on you have the option to add on the home screen and you can uninstall it. And tapping on these three dots, you can also sort out the applications by name, usage or by install time. Then moving on to the security and privacy part, here first one says now you can protect your recently deleted items in My Files, Notes and Photos application with a password for added privacy. So if you are inside the file managers, go towards the bottom side, tapping on recently deleted, and now here you can see a red dot which indicates something new has been added. Tapping on it, here we have an option to add a privacy password for recently deleted file. This one change they have done in the My Files application. If you go to Notes application, here also they have done that change. So let me tap here, going to recently deleted, we have one file and again you can see a red dot. Tapping on it, we have an option to log the recently deleted note from the Notes application. And similar way, you can go to the Photos application, under Album, going to recently deleted, and here we have an option to set a privacy password. And the last feature related to security and privacy what they have added, and that's you can now block specific apps and notification while sharing the screen. So this feature can be found in the settings page. Going to security and privacy, scroll down towards the bottom side, we have an option called screen sharing protection. From here you can enable this feature. By default, once you install, it will be automatically enabled. If by chance it is not enabled, you can enable it from here, and here we have the list of supported applications. So whenever you are sharing the screen and if you accidentally open any of these applications, the screen will automatically turn black and the notifications and other data won't be displayed on the device with which you are sharing the screen. A nice implementation here. And the last change what they haven't mentioned in the changelogs is related to camera application. Under portrait mode, now we do have these three new filters called Misty, Glowing and Dreamy. So these three new filters have been added on this latest build of OxygenOS 15.1. Now let's compare the benchmark results with the previous build and we'll see if any kind of improvements are there or not. So here if you see history of Geekbenchmark application, we don't see major improvements, slight lower benchmarks to be seen with multi-core compared to previous build. And the same thing goes with the Antutu benchmark application. On this latest build, device have scored 16,38,821. Previously, device had scored 16,59,946. And the device was also throttling after this latest update, wherein maximum CPU throttle 50%, average GIFs were 3,73,000. On the previous build, you can see average GIFs were 4,15,000 and maximum CPU had throttled 84%. With the wildlife extreme stress test on this latest build, the stability scores were 65.1. Previously, the stability scores were 66.4. You guys let me know if you guys want an in-depth review of OxygenOS 15.0.1. So guys, these were the changes what you'll find with this latest build for your OnePlus 11 and 11R. If you guys have any kind of questions, drop them in the comment section below. This is your friend Ashok signing out. See you guys in the next video.